Okay, now just right there. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, what I want to know is what you did when you said that's interesting. So just when there's a change in the negative.
Well, it was so simple.
Inside. Now,
it's just
inside.
te-tu-ta. That's all. I don't go inside. I can't go inside. I can just know that it changed to te-tu-ta. I don't think about why. I just know it does that.
Okay.
You heard it.
So,
I heard it, and that's enough for me.
Okay.
I'm not going to analyze it
Okay.
scientifically. You know?
Okay, I know that.
Yeah.
I want to know, as you notice it changed that way, did you notice it with your picture as well as with the sound?
I didn't think of that. You know, I just know it's ten-ton. You know, that's all I know.
Okay.
And I accept that. You see, I don't think about it any further. Once I saw it written once, and I know that's what it's going to be.
Okay, so there's a way you're seeing it right now that makes that difference. Is the picture clearer with it now?
Yeah, I'll never forget that.
So as you never forget it, is the picture perhaps the actual, like your focus on your television, it gets really clear?
Yeah. Well, I'm looking at the
or not?
how. Well, I really don't think like that. You see, once I see something and I hear it once, sometimes I need it corrected too. You know, we need reinforcement. All of us do. But usually I won't forget that, and I don't think any more about it.
Okay, so you're not seeing the picture of it crossed out?
No, because the T doesn't really cross out the top, because still the T is there. So it doesn't cross it out. But once it would eliminate, I'd do that if the T would change to some other consonant.
So as you see it then, and you see it, is a picture more still than the other pictures? Do you see it really still in that place where it's now you'll remember it forever?
Auta, I just know auta goes together. Auta.
You know it goes together, and as you know that, is the picture shinier or brighter?
Oh, I'll tell you what comes into my head. You know what comes into my head? Can I show you what comes into my head? Because you have to see it.
Okay.
Okay? This is the, see, I'm just a simple person. I just see that similarity to that and that similarity to that. Maybe there is no connection.
So
is that simple to see
you
that?
spotlight them a little bit in your brain?
Oh, yeah. I spotlight this sort of thing, you see? I say, maybe it rhymes. I say, well, it rhymes. I would call it rhyme. There's probably some rule there, you know? I don't care.
Okay, so when you say maybe it rhymes, do you...
yeah, nebe, nebe, auta, auta, nebe, auta. Okay. Now let's try the rest of these. Maybe they won't rhyme, you see? So let's try, that's a he or she, right? Ebe? So it's so let's guess. Is it ete? Ete. So it does follow. See, it does rhyme. It rhymes. See, this rhymes. Okay. Now let's see if this will rhyme. I bet this will be eliminated. This sound here. Is this olubo?
Alube.
Oluto? Or no? Let's do the not the be, but
Alu.
So olute or ta?
Olute.
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 Doesn't rhyme. So olute.
Here,
They, yeah, olute. So the rhyming thing just worked for one or two of these things.
Okay, so when you notice they rhyme and you spotlight them, you literally spotlight them, do those stand out brighter in your mind? Like a person would be able to spotlight on those two endings and how this is the same?
Yeah, the thing now that will stand out, you know the thing that will stand out in my mind is the only one difference there, and that's this one here.
So
all these are the same.
The difference,
This is te, this is te.
And to have it stand out, just take a look at your internal picture.
Yeah,
is it brighter, or is that letters stand out? Like does the whole come up from the picture?
Definitely, yeah, it's there. And so whether this can be extrapolated further, I don't know. You know, with other subjects, but because this will be interesting once we get into the actual subjects. We're talking about che. We'll just do that now. Che and musu. So let me guess. Okay, musu is a woman. Okay, musu. Okay, musumani a girl, right? Yeah, musumani be kuma. Can we say that?
Yeah.
We can. Okay, good. So let's see if this is going to be consistent throughout. Let's see this. Okay. So now we're going to go further. Forget about the Greek. So musu, let's just say musu, it's easier.
Musu.
Or mu, two S's or one?
Musu, one.
And O-U?
Yeah, musu, no, musu.
Just O? Okay, musu. Okay, so since it's she, this is she is, you see, musu be, kuma, be kuma. Be kuma ke, bambaraka? Bambaraka, okay, good. So, now, okay with the K, okay. So musu be therefore, we know, which also is she, right? We just replaced she there, didn't we? But
Yeah.
che is a man. Che, T-C-H, is it che? Accent? No accent. So, chebe kumaka bambaraka. Kumake bambaraka. So, che and che muni, no, che umuni.
Germany.
Che mani is a boy.
Boy.
So, che mani musumani.
Money.
So, when you add mani,
Money,
yeah, mani, it means a child.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting.
How about a baby?
Demonesi. Demusini. Yeah. I remember that. You said it once.
Yeah, small.
Smaller.
Demusini.
Demusini.
Yeah. Chiquito, papacito, mamacita. So we are slowly discovering things, and how. Now let's see if this is consistent with what we expect here. We expect this, that for ebe, will that go ete? Ete?
Négation.
Okay, so can we do that here? Musute?
Musute.
Musute
Kuma.
kumake bambaraka. So it works.
Oh, I'm
The negative here.
I'm curious there. When you say that you're expecting something, what are your feelings when you're saying, I expect this and this to happen? How does it
Well,
feel
I just
inside?
expect it because we had it happen here.
So what emotion are you?
I don't have any emotions. I just expect it. I just say, well, I don't have any emotions at all. I just say, well, does it follow? This is a be, and the ne be changed to ne te. Consequently, this be should change to ete, which would be replace this she with musute. It should work according to my stupid thinking. I just have a very simple mind.
So does your attention go to visuals at that point?
I'm sorry?
When you're just about to put a piece together like that, does your attention go to pictures? Is that where most of your attention is?
Yeah, well, I envisage the te. I hear that te coming in all the time with the negative. I would automatically put it in, and I had to get it wrong. See, here, so I would have got it wrong there. Because I would extrapolate everywhere. It's just like when I was watching my boy grow up, and see, children do not learn languages very effectively. I'll tell you why. Children, I watched every step of my child's development, and he did something that was very logical, actually, which adults do. Foreign adults who come here, they say, you say, I worked, past tense, right? I studied. So you say, oh, I goed. Hey, I go to the, with mommy. I said, well, you can't say I goed, but I understand what you said. So we tend to extrapolate that, like I would tend to, so we have to be very careful in seeing virtually all aspects of the verb, and that's what we're just trying to explore here. And we just discovered something here. And so that should stand out, right, to get that correct.
So when you have it stand out right there to get it correct, just take a look at what you saw.
I saw that whole thing there.
Okay.
With a ta.
With the top.
Rhyming. Oh, ta.
Uh-huh. And so you're hearing the rhyme,
Yeah.
it's standing out.
Yeah.
Is it any change between the brightness of that top and the rest of what you see?
Yeah, it sticks out.
Okay.
It does. It's sort of, yeah, it does stick out. And I see it instantly because I see it as a possible error in my, speaking. So.
Does it have a color?
No, I can't really see. I'd make it red. Yeah, it's kind of reddish. Yeah, because I make everything, when I want it to stand out, red. My students don't like it because they're making a mistake. So I just remember that.
And some of the stuff you write them and in your mind picture, and they're not like indelible, right?
That's
that
right.
You can change it, but some of them when you use indelible.
Yes.
That
Yes.
gonna last forever.
Yeah.
You have that
Yeah.
kind of different color, right? It's gonna stay there.
It sticks out, exactly, because you know what I used to do, they couldn't figure out, I went and did an exam at UBC. It's about like a 3-hour exam, a language exam. And this happened to be when I was just my third year at UBC. And I just took it as a lark, I was in sciences, physics and chemistry and laboratory experiments, which I hated. The smells of chemistry, terrible. Anyway, but languages I just took it as a lark. I just took it because, a lot of Italians in my neighborhood, I got a free period, I'll go and attend that. So I came in very late to I decided, to start in September, I decided about mid-October, I guess, or November even, mid-October, I guess, to just audit the class. And of course I was behind, you know, because everybody, so I had to really work on the prior lessons, so I kept on doing this thing, and then things which are very difficult, which were irregularities. So I kept on boiling it down to these squares and the irregularities, and it just came down to about a half a page, and I memorized those inside out, and that was on the exam. And so I left the exam after about 45 minutes. Well, I got to write down here that you left this exam, you didn't. I said, that's okay, I don't want. I didn't get 100, I got 99, because instead of spelling que, I made a mistake there again, que, like je sais que, I spelled it in the French way. So they took half marks off of that. So that's all.